Hi everybody, Jackie Stimson. I am now going to show you how to apply Jamberry nail wraps. I've already got the gel on that I'm going to do as part of my jam cure tonight, and I'm going to be doing these cute little kiwis to go with my scavenger hunt gel. So I have already, let me show you what I'm doing down here. I've already prepped the nails using the cuticle remover and the metal spoon of the deluxe toolkit. I'm going to go ahead and grab my scissors out because I'm going to need those. You can also get the scissors in our regular application kit that will also come with orange stick, file, and cuticle pusher. The first thing that you want to do when you're applying nail wraps is make sure that you have the right size for your nail. What's the beauty of the clear backing is that you can literally put your nail right behind, and even if you have a curved nail like I do, you can kind of bend the sheet around your nail to see, is the wrap going to be on top of skin or cuticle. You want to make sure that there is a sliver of nail showing all around your wrap. So guess what? I realized as I was doing this jam cure, I want to accent this nail with the kiwis. And I also know that this size is my ring finger size. So what I did, now you guys get to see another little tip and trick, is I went ahead and did the Scotch tape trick. I don't know if you guys can you see that? That there's a little piece of Scotch tape with basically a black U from a pen that I basically took a piece of Scotch tape, put on my nail, and traced it. And I went ahead and I have already, if you can see that, cut out, basically I cut off this little extra bit of the wrap to make it fit my nail. So I will, using nail prep cleanser or rubbing alcohol, go ahead and give my nail, I'm just going to use a little pump of this, and give it a wipe. I'm going to be doing my thumb too, and honestly I'm going to be layering white mini polka on my middle finger. I'm going to go ahead and prep that nail as well. Rubbing alcohol, okay. So I'm going to turn my mini heater on. Our Jamberry mini heater just sits on the table, it's nice and quiet. And when you are putting your wraps on, you want to make sure not to touch the backing for the same reason that you're prepping your nail. You're removing the oils and dust and dirt, and you don't want to get your finger oils on the wrap. So I use an orange stick. You could use tweezers if you're more comfortable with that to lift up the wrap. Now take my scissors. Oops. And cut it off. You can cut it right in half. If your nails are a little bit shorter like mine, you can kind of estimate how much you need. Okay, I've got my wrap, and what I'm going to show you, all right, so I'm going to show you the 1, 2, 3 method. The first thing that you're going to do is put it on your nail, just ever so slightly. And that way you can kind of tap it, see, is it going to be on the skin or cuticle? Nope, that's great. Is it centered? If you're doing one with stripes or something like that, you really need it centered. You can lift it again because you haven't pressed it onto your nail quite yet. And you can kind of judge, especially with curvy nails, like this one is a little curvier on me. I can get right where I want it, just tap it down like so. I'm going to center that a little bit more. I haven't pressed it down yet, so I will be able to just place it on my nail. Excellent. Okay, now this is the 1, 2, 3 method. You're going to heat it just for a few seconds, and then number 1 is pressing from cuticle to tip. I'm just smoothing from cuticle to tip. I like to use my rubber pusher at this point. Just smooth from cuticle to tip, just down the center. That's number 1. Number 2 is heating one of the sides for a few seconds, going from the center outwards. Just center down. That's 2. And then 3, as you may have guessed, is the other side. Heat for a few seconds, and again, from the center down. And then make sure it's all nice and pressed down. I go ahead and trim the excess off the tip. Give it another little shot of heat. Just make sure it's pressed down all the way around. Go all around the edges, middle, and that's it. Now, you'll see there's a little bit excess there. I'm going to go ahead and let that cool before I remove that because it does expand when it's heated, and I'll let it cool so it shrinks back a little bit, and then I remove it and then it shrinks back and exposes some nail. I will go ahead and do my thumb. Now my thumb, and other people I know have this issue too, is the cuticle on my thumb is a little bit square. So what I like to do is eyeballing the squareness of my cuticle. I go ahead and and you saw me take the third wrap because I already know that that is the size of my nail, but again, I could have measured it against the clear background and seen to my side. So I'm just going to go ahead and just make a nice little slit, just cut a little bit extra off, and it makes it a little to my side. So I'm just going to go ahead and just make a nice little slit, just cut a little bit extra off, and it makes it a little bit more square. It doesn't bother me that much, so I don't mind being exact on it. If you want to do it again, you could use the tape trick for that. I'm going to go ahead and line it up, just like I did the last. If you're doing metallic wraps, you want to use a little bit less heat. If you're doing sparkle wraps, usually, or like luster, you usually use a little bit more, because those ones are a little bit thicker. And that's it. Now, normally if I was doing I would do a full hand, remove the excess, and then do the other hand. What I am going to do is I'm going to do my middle finger. I want to show you guys that applying wrap over gel is exactly the same. What you saw is I already in the beginning did wipe it with rubbing alcohol to the nail prep cleanser to clean my nail off. I could measure to the backing. I know that the fourth one is the size of my middle finger. So I'm going to go ahead and use my orange stick to lift it up. Cut the piece off that I want. So it's probably kind of hard to see because it's white mini polka. I'm going to go ahead and line it up. As I want. Yep, about 3. Heat it. 1, 2, 3. White on top, but so cute. Could have done black mini polka there. That's okay. So for next time, right? And honestly, what's great is now that this is on gel, I can actually just peel this off because it won't damage. Now, remember when you're removing your wraps. Now, the last finishing touch I like to do is from our deluxe toolkit, or you can buy these separately, is I like to take the glass file and just file a little bit more at an angle. Probably more like, let me see how I can show you guys. Instead of 90 like this, you know, a little bit like that. And it just makes a nice smooth tip in case there's any little jagged edge from the coarse file. Makes it nice and smooth. Whoops, there was a little bit there. And that's it. Can you see that? Pretty. So now what I'm going to do on my other hand is I'm going to apply Juicy and strawberries. Yes, I'm going to rub it like that. And that's it. There you go.